Welcome to Mindfully Stoic, a channel dedicated to increasing mindfulness through the lens of the ancient philosophy of Stoicism. Before I begin today's session, I thought I would briefly mention that I have made Stoicism-related t-shirts and placed the links in the description below. If you feel like something like this might help you, then I invite you to check it out. But please don't feel any pressure or obligation to purchase anything. So for today's guided meditation, we will be discussing the topic of anger and advice on how to deal with this emotion. Anger can cause lasting negative consequences if we are not careful and learn to manage it. Within the Stoic framework, anger usually arises due to our skewed value judgments. As Stoics, we need to practice the discipline of assent, or Stoic mindfulness, to evaluate if our opinions and judgments are in accordance with reason and sound logic. With that being said, let's begin. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Start to notice the sensations in your feet and in your hands. Take a deep breath in and out. Notice the sensations in your legs and in your back. Recognize the lungs expanding and deflating with each breath. In and out. In and out. Start to pay attention to any of the sounds in the environment without holding any judgment. Remember, if you have any distracting thoughts, observe them, acknowledge them, and bring your attention back to your breathing. Breathe in and out. In and out. Simply let yourself be in the present moment. Focus on the sounds and sensations you are currently experiencing. As your mind begins to wander, anchor your mind back to this current moment by recognizing your breath. If your mind wanders during the meditation, bring your awareness back to your breath and the topic at hand. Again, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, I am breathing in. Breathe out, I am breathing out. Breathe in, I am breathing in. Breathe out, I am breathing out. In the book The Practicing Stoic by Ward Farnsworth, he states, "Anger provides indeed a good example of the necessary role of opinion or judgment in forming an emotion. Though anger may take on a life of its own, it begins and is supported by the beliefs we hold about the subject of it. One can see this by thinking of any real case of anger and observing how the emotion tends to change or vanish if it is found to have been based on mistaken beliefs." This quote encapsulates one of the ways in which a Stoic will disarm anger. The majority of the following quotes come from our good friend Seneca, as he wrote a book specifically on the subject titled On Anger. Seneca stated, When pleasures have corrupted both mind and body, nothing seems to be tolerable, not because the suffering is hard, but because the sufferer is soft. For why are we thrown into a rage by somebody's cough or sneeze, by negligence in chasing a fly away, by a dog that gets in the way, or by the dropping of a key that has slipped from the hands of a careless servant? It is the mark of a great mind to rise above insults. The most humiliating kind of revenge is to treat your adversary as not worth taking revenge upon. Many have taken slight injuries too deeply to heart in the course of punishing them. The great and noble are those who, like a lordly beast, listen unmoved to the barking of little dogs. Mistakes are nothing to get angry about. What, now should we be angry with those whose footsteps falter in the dark? With the deaf when they don't listen to orders? With children because, neglecting a proper attention to their duties, they watch the games and silly jokes of their fellows? Do you want to be angry with those who are weary because they are sick of growing old? Whenever you take offense at someone else's fault, turn immediately to find the fault most similar in yourself, such as attachment to money, or pleasure, or reputation, or whatever it might be. In seeing this, you will quickly forget your anger. It occurs to you that he was forced to act that way, for what else could he do? Marcus Aurelius. Again with Seneca, anger is that which overleaps reason and carries it away. If you look at the effects of anger and at the harm it has done, no plague has been more costly to mankind. You will see slaughters and poisonings, the mutual vileness of litigants, the downfall of cities, and the destruction of entire nations, princes sold into slavery at auction, houses put to the torch, fires not confined within city walls but vast stretches of countryside aglow with enemy flame. Nothing is heavy if we take it lightly. Nothing need provoke anger if one does not add one's anger to it. This next quote is by Marcus Aurelius. It is not what men do that disturbs us, but our opinions of what they do. Take away those opinions, dismiss your judgment that this is something terrible, and your anger goes away as well. Seneca stated, "The best corrective of anger lies in delay. Ask this concession from anger at the outset, not in order that it may pardon, but in order that it may judge. Its first assaults are heavy, it will leave off if it waits, and do not try to destroy it all at once. Attacked piecemeal, it will be conquered completely." Now I want you to return to your breath. Repeat in your mind, "The best corrective of anger lies in delay." Breathe in and breathe out. Find the opinion causing the anger and diffuse it with reason. The best corrective of anger lies in delay. Breathe in and breathe out. Find the opinion causing the anger and diffuse it with reason. As we wrap up this guided meditation, start to take some deep breaths. Become more aware of your arms and hands, your legs and feet, your neck and shoulders, your chest and back. Take a deep breath in and out. Thank you for listening to this guided meditation. I appreciate your efforts on becoming more mindful and more virtuous in a world that desperately needs it. Let us strive to be mindfully stoic. Thank you.